Hey guys, today I'm reacting to The Blood of Dawnwalker. It's a game made by a studio called Rebel Wolves, which is formed by people that left CD Projekt Red after The Witcher 3. We saw some of these in a new trailer recently in the Xbox Showcase. Here you are kind of a vampire, and they will have different options during the day and at night. So they had a live stream today and showed like 20 minutes of gameplay, so let's check it out. Rebel Wolves. I like the name of the studio. The following video presents actual gameplay footage from work in progress pre-beta version of the game. Still in development, gameplay is recorded on PC. So this is coming out 2026, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
Hello, my name is Daniel Sadowski and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video. Our game is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really
right
cool
here,
story
when they started talking about this game, they said that you were gonna have some timers in different quests, and we can see right here that you have one to rescue your family in 22, and you have 22 days left. I think this is the main quest, or this is part of the main quest. So it's gonna be interesting that you have several in-game days to complete certain quests, and we'll add a lot to, like, I don't know, decision making. Maybe you have different quests that have similar completion times, and it will make you choose between them. So we'll see.
Legendary swords and a haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems. We're starting on the outskirts of Svartro, the game's largest city.
I think
and
the health bar in the HUD looks a little bit plain. I don't know. Maybe they
Explore
could add a
ancient
little.
ruins
I
or
don't know.
sabotage vampire blood transports. But it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral, chasing leads about a powerful weapon said to be hidden in its crypts. But first, we'll have to deal with some bandits who camped out by the main road. Traveling through Vale Sangora is never boring. The world is dense with quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore. This will be a great opportunity to show you our combat system. Our goal was to
very
make the player
Witcher-like.
feel like a real swordmaster who closely observes his enemies.
I guess this is like
We'll begin this
the
fight by using
casting
aqueduct
from
to
this
stun one
game.
of the enemies. Now, when you attack, you choose one of 4 directions: up, down, left, or right, in order to hit the
Okay,
opponent
that's
where he's
interesting.
unable to parry. And similarly, when defending, you have to take note of the enemy's intent and the direction of the attack. On the left side of the screen,
Okay, so you can
just
attack
above
up,
command
down,
shell,
left,
you
or
have
right, and
activation
defense
charge
works
that will be
exactly the
filled in
same.
with each successful attack, block, and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities, which allow you to take a more tactical approach to fighting.
The two on the left reminds me to Ghost of Tsushima.
And now let's cast Burning Blood. It's a hex.
Okay,
which
there's
boils
one of the
enemy's
casting.
blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time. Alright, time to finish this fight. Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack, which...
Oh crap.
which actually decapitated the last opponent.
Level 16.
Our hero quickly dispatched the bandits, so let's loot a few items they've left behind and open the inventory. First of all, let's replenish.
Okay,
our
the
health by
UI,
eating
the
Then
menu
take a
UI is
closer
very
look at
reminiscent
this
to The
cool-looking
Witcher
weapon
3.
we just picked up. Ah, it has better stats than our current weapon, so let's equip it right now. We've also leveled up, so let's use this opportunity to spend the newly acquired skill point in one of Cohen's skill trees. The skills in the Blood of Dawnwalker are divided into 3 trees. One for human, one for vampire, and one shared between the two. We also have an active abilities panel. We can use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat. Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten. The hexes we've just used also consume some of Cohen's health. Be aware of that. The way our magic system works, there's always a price to pay for manipulating reality. But we can make it sting a bit less. Let's level up.
So during the day you are gonna be like more of a human kind of character, and then you need to find items to fill your health, and then at night you can use your vampire powers.
Right now, Cohen hasn't done enough to ruffle the vampire lord's feathers, so the gods will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more suspicious and aggressive they'll become. So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
It's even bigger than I remembered. And it's grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass. The Knyaz doesn't deny the old faith.
Out of my face.
This is the rich district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt, Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its own feel and character.
Get your stinking ass out of here.
I was just passing through, I swear. I got tired and sat down and started begging.
Looming high over the city is Brensis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier in January this year. In order to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle alone.
Okay, so that's the main quest, rescue your family in 22 days.
Right now, if we wanted, but it would be super challenging.
No more drink for you, my friend. Go home.
What left me? I just
The streets look a little bit empty compared to like The Witcher, or maybe it's like the
Let's check them out.
the towns feel a lot like a lot
There's
bigger.
plenty of other places to see and
Maybe
things
it's
to do
that.
here. A couple of inns, a medic, a blacksmith, an armorer, and other merchants. You can see that not only the vampires came out of the shadows. This creature on the right is called an Uriash. Look around, especially at night, and you'll learn humans have lots to fear, not just the vampires. And here we can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
What is it about? Disrespecting the Knyaz, singing songs that mocked him and the faith.
Who told you this nonsense?
Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch them closely when you play, as they might point you to new quests and hidden treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
Once again, I humbly beg of thee.
I humbly.
Yeah, it's also interesting, so you're gonna have to pay attention to the world to find stuff.
We have to say. Go on.
I humbly beg of thee. Protect.
Okay, we are at the cathedral gates. Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime, and it's daytime, we can simply walk inside.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment, doubly so. A new life joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation. Natus ex sanguine est, alitur sanguine, et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei. Amen.
I wonder if you can customize your character.
Don't I know you from somewhere, young man? Laslia, maybe?
I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken.
Am I? Perhaps. Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
There's no need.
Thank
Very
you.
well.
I have no need for confession.
Ah. So you deem your conscience clear?
I
Does
wouldn't
the
go that
option
far.
had an like a timer icon?
sure
Would
you
that
understand
have
my father.
advanced time?
So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
I won't press the matter. You are quite correct. I have many other duties to attend to. But please remember that in order to be saved, we all need to repent. Myself included. I hope we can speak again soon. Good day to you, Cohen.
What we saw right here was just one of many cutscenes we recorded for the game, which smoothly transitioned into a dialogue scene. We use cutscenes to highlight key scenes or showcase interesting bits of lore. Like this blood baptism. Creepy, isn't it? The core feature of the Blood of Dawnwalker is the dual gameplay loop. Remember, Cohen may be a human during the day, but he turns into a vampire at night and has a different set of skills at his disposal. And this is just one variable that affects our quests. Depending on when you tackle a particular quest, what choices you've made earlier, whom you befriended, or whom you've angered, your gameplay and story experience will be very, very different. So each quest is a complex structure with multiple possible paths leading to the end goal. We maximize players' freedom and agency, offering you a narrative sandbox to play in. I wonder what secrets may be concealed up there, just beyond Cohen's reach. And how do we get there? It's impossible to do during the day, but come night, it's an entirely different story. Let us explain what we mean by taking our current quest as an example. During the day, we got inside the cathedral without any problems, since it's open for all to see and Cohen
now we're
doesn't
gonna
just
see the
stand out
different
from the
and
crowd.
how it works at night.
The scaffolds, though, are outside of his reach. But climbing them won't be a problem for the vampire, who has many more exploration abilities at his disposal. Bear in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this
Yes,
story.
you still have to
It's
go
worth
to the
mentioning
cathedral,
that narrative
and
sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this
your
quest
health is
and follow
also
a different
different.
path
It's
to defeat
it's split into
Francis.
three
For today, we're
different
focusing
sections.
on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk as a vampire on the rooftops of Svatro. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed and you will be warned each time it's pushed forward. So you have to be aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you will be spending than a racing clock. As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach. Now let's take a good look around using the focus mode.
You have your
This ability
Witcher
highlights
senses,
objects of
vampire
interest and
senses here.
And there is something right here. This time it's just some items to grab, but on other occasions, who knows? you might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health is quite low. This is because, as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood. Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities, and rein in your monstrous nature around NPCs. Otherwise, you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences. We'd better feed them. Maybe.
Wait, so you
on
could also
someone
kill
who's
like
spending
important people
all
that, that
like this drunkard.
that were going to give you quests?
Let's grab him and use Voracious Bite ability. Unless you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or go all the way and kill them.
Oh man.
And if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures. Finally,
Right,
we
so
are
you
at
still have the
cathedral
option to
that
not
seems
kill
to be closed
people
for the night, and the entrance
when you're a
gate is
vampire.
well guarded. Let's find another way in.
Okay, so there's a scaffolding up there, and there's an open window up there. The parkour is very simple. It seems more like something like the way you traverse on rooftops feels like you have to use more of those abilities. It's not like an Assassin's Creed, for example.
To scale walls and even ceilings smoothly.
Okay, and you can also walk.
This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it's not an Assassin's Creed where you're gonna be jumping and climbing stuff. It seems like you're gonna have to use your abilities to move between rooftops.
Voyeur's Xanthe. What the hell is she doing here? What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
Is it different?
They're covering
It's
up
not a
their
baptism this time.
Why?
Investigate the cathedral frescoes from scaffoldings.
Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still.
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used to zoom in on and showcase key clues. This time we had a chance to learn more about the vampire's plans. Looks like they're keen to cover up the old frescoes, so that's something we could take a look at. This way we could learn more about the cathedral's past. Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us there's a group of blood guards, soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger, and one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthe, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
Don't think I don't see you skulking in the shadows. Come out! You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly!
Okay, some more combat now. And a boss fight.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
Okay, I was gonna ask exactly that.
Only after defeating all 3 of the Blood Guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips, that hit Cohen from left and right. Xanthi is protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, cause Xanthi is quick to counterattack and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0 and Cohen will eventually explode.
Which timer? What the
And we're dead. Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players. Otherwise, we could load the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her attention. Or try to get to her while she's not surrounded by bodyguards. Xanthi, like all other vampire allies, has her own questline.
I guess I should have showed a little bit more of this instead of just talk.
And maybe even try to reason with her. What you do is entirely up to you. Remember, our design principle is the narrative sandbox. There is no difference between main quests and side quests. There's just different stories that you weave together into your own unique adventure. But that's coming in 2026. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this gameplay video presentation. We've just shown you a tiny glimpse of the Blood of Dawnwalker. There's definitely more to come in the coming months, so stay tuned for any updates being posted on our social media profiles. Goodbye.
Okay, and that's it for the video. I think they should have shown like another clip when you are like better equipped to deal with the enemy instead of just ending with, well, we are dead. I think the combat is interesting with the directional things that you have to attack and block in different directions. You have up, down, left, right. I don't know if it's good. We'll have to see how diverse it is in terms of abilities, and you also have like 3 different threes. But so far it looks interesting. Maybe like it has some. You can see the DNA from The Witcher, but there's some differences. I was hoping for at least the section when it's at night that you would have like other options to traverse, and it would feel more like probably an Assassin's Creed game or something like that. But it seems like it's gonna be more like, I don't know, a Dishonored, where you have to use like your powers to traverse through different areas. But yeah, so far it looks good. I also like what they said about like the different quests. Like there's no, you have your main quest, which is rescue your family in 22 days. But other than that, all of the other stuff you'll have to find around the world and solve different quests to add to your own story, which sounds interesting as well. So yeah, the Blood of Dawnwalker. There's still a lot of time left for this to come out, 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. So we'll see when they will have what they will have more to show. I guess from what we saw, this could probably be a late 2026 game. I don't think it's gonna come out before the first half. But well, it's in pre-beta. Yeah, I still think it's gonna be second half 2026 probably. So let me know what you guys think about what they showed in this gameplay presentation, and if you are looking forward to this game in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one.